Hey guys, Super Monkey here, or Landon, back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at how to create a spider made out of beads. First of all, I'm going to get into the basic needs of this project. What do I need? Let's get into it. Alright guys, the first thing you need is a template for the spider or some wire. The second thing you'll need is some needle nose pliers. The third thing is, this is just a Tupperware lid, but it is to keep the beads secure and so they don't fall on the floor. The fourth thing you need is this is some tubing, glass tubing for the spider, and an assortment of beads. Today we're working with black and red. The first thing you want to do is look at where the head and the butt is on the spider template and pick out one big bead and one slightly smaller bead for the head and the butt, and then some littler ones to put on the inside. So let's do that. Alright guys, we've got the butt and we've got the head. Now let's pick out some smaller ones for the insides. I will be using these two beads for each side for the head and the butt. Now I'm going to grab some tubing. We got this assortment of tubing here. And I'm going to use this darker one right here. Okay, we've got two. Close this back up. Alrighty. Now, when making the spider, you want to make sure that all the legs and the head and the butt are all straight and not bent. You do not want to bend them. So first, we take one of the tubes, put it on here. This is for the head. Hold on. This just shattered. I have to be very careful with these because they're glass. Let me try a different one. Alright, we've got one on. And then we want to put on a smaller bead. And then we want this slightly smaller bead. Okay, here's my, oh crap. Alright, here's what the head looks like. We got smaller, a little bit bigger, and then the head. And then with this end, what we want to do is we want to use these needle nose pliers, take the end here, and I'm going to flip it up this way. We're going to curl it really tight as we can. I'm going to curl this wire so it locks these beads into place. As you can see, there's our head of the spider. Alright, we're going to use a different color for the butt. Alright, we got a tubing that fits on there. Now we're going to put this smaller bead on here. And then we got the big bead for the butt. And now, just like the head, we're going to curl this inwards. You want to make sure it's nice and tight, and then so it'll loop back around just like this. Okay, now we've got the head and the butt. Alright guys, next is the legs. I'm going to get an assortment of beads and put them on the Tupperware. Alrighty, now I've got some beads and a few tubes. We're going to slide these tubes on the front one leg at a time. Now we put one leg on at a time. We do not put multiple at a time, just so we can keep track and keep our beads in order. Alrighty, there's our first leg. Now we're going to round off the end with the needle nose pliers. Remember to make sure it's tight. There we go, that's the first leg. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other leg. Alrighty, we've got our first two legs. Now let's move on to the second two. I'm going to speed this up. You guys already know how to do the legs. Let's go. Alrighty, we have 4 of the 8 legs done. Let's go. We're going to move on to the next 4 legs, and we're going to try to do different designs. I'm going to incorporate a little bit of red in there as well. Two more legs left. Let's do this thing. Alright guys, I'm done with my spider. How does it look? Hopefully it looks good. We're going to shape it up now. There's the finished product. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. This is my finished product. Hopefully you guys can create good spiders too. And see you guys on the next one. Peace.